how things have changed since I've gotten the place, or how things have changed now is I'm looking for a job. I'm basically just trying to enjoy what I have. I'll have to bring Naboo down here for a walk. I didn't know. Daisy won't come here, but Naboo will. Hi, my name is Sandra. I'm 55 years old. What was it like before I experienced homelessness? Well, I had a perfect life, what I thought was a perfect life for a while. I lived in the house that I got evicted from for 19 years. I raised my family there. It was, I didn't know I was in such heaven, but I was in heaven back then and I just didn't know it. I had two healthy girls and I thought I had a healthy granddaughter. My life was really perfect. I had a lot. There's a few steps that led me to becoming homeless. My granddaughter was born with mitral valve stenosis, so she had a heart condition that led her to have her first open heart surgery when she was 3 months old. And so after then, she had 3 open heart surgeries, and she was 4 before she passed away. But then that following year, I lost her mom. And so I rolled out all my 401k that I had in retirement for the funerals that I had. My mom was living with me, as a matter of fact, through this whole thing too, but she got dementia and she had to go to a home where they could take care of her because she was leaving and doing things that I couldn't control when I was at work, even though I had like in-home nurses coming. They just don't take care of them all night long. And so she had to end up going to her home. Well, that left me with my oldest daughter and her fiance. So what happened was her fiance came home one night and he had made a mess, and I just went upstairs to the room and I knocked on the door and I said, you need to go downstairs and clean up the freaking mess that you made in the kitchen. And all of a sudden, the next thing I know, I was on my back and got on top of me and started choking me. And he was holding my nose and choking me at the same time. And I was rolling my eyes to my daughter. His daughter was on the phone, I think, calling his mom or something. But she got him off me to where I barely got out the front door. And I went to the next door neighbors and I said, hey, my son-in-law is beating the shit out of me. Help. And he went next door and he subdued this guy and put him in the bathroom. And he kept kicking the bathroom door, but they were going to kick his head in. And he shut the door and stopped. But he got assault with intent to kill me. So, but my daughter is still with him. That's the kicker here, where I'm trying to have a relationship with her, even though she still is with him. I have a restraining order against him for 5 years. And so the house that I was in, they made me sign him off the lease because he was in jail. And then my daughter made me sign her off the lease. So it left me in the house by myself I couldn't even move. I couldn't pack or move or do anything. And so it took me about 4 months to move, and I got evicted from a house that I lived in for 19 years. And I ended up trying to kill myself. Because I thought there was nothing left. You know, it was done. It was over. It was actually through the hospital that I was in set me up with a person through Lifeline Connections that was like she was like a peer person, but she knew Sean. I didn't know, they didn't even know they were going to be able to get me into the outpost. That was the thing. I was like, I had no place to go and no more room to stay. And that was like my Hail Mary. And it worked, thank God. Thank God for miracles. I thank God for that every day because I don't know what I would do. I don't think I would be sitting here right now without that. I don't know what I would even do, you guys. I don't even know how to put up a tent. The guys always put up a tent during the 4th of July or the fireworks or whatever. I don't even know how to put up a tent. Oh, they do. The little things make the biggest differences. They do. Just like when I had somebody befriend me there, you know, and just being invited to the meetings, just being invited to the art projects. It makes you feel so much more loved. That's the word I'm looking for, okay? Loved, because I was feeling unloved, very unloved. And I got love there. And that's what I needed. And that was really important to me. I don't know if everybody will understand that, but that's exactly what it is. And it's like you're not alone. You're not the only one here. You know, at the end of the day, we were all here together. Oh, at first I was still devastated, you guys. I was like, I'm living in a little, little one metal box kind of thing. I was alone. I felt alone, and I had to leave my dogs. So that was a really hard thing for me to do. But my dogs are with me again, and they're both healthy and happy. Okay, scoot back, guys. People are coming in to see you. Come on, scoot back. Scoot on the back. Come on in. Here we go. Yep. So these are Naboo and Daisy. Their beds. There you go. Okay, come here, Daisy. Come here. Come here. I'm most proud of being able to pull myself up and be proud of that little box that I went into, that little metal box that at the outpost. I would go back there if I ever had to in a minute. But I hope that there's other people that come and go through there and find homes and get jobs and everything that I'm doing right now, because I wouldn't be moving forward without my housing. And the housing, without the housing, you don't have anything. Without housing, you don't have anything. That's why I'm doing this video, because I would love to raise awareness, because I know not everybody's as lucky as me. People that are out on the streets aren't just out here because they want to be. Okay? They're not just out here because they're using drugs. They're not just out here because they're drinking, because I wasn't doing any of those things. And I still ended up out here. And without outsiders in, I don't believe, like I said, I don't believe I would be sitting here today with you guys. I don't believe it. I don't believe I'd be here anymore. Life requires somewhere to live. That's all I can say. It requires somewhere to live. Without that, you're nothing. I learned that the hard way.